Hello everyone, it is Dani'i and welcome to this update video this morning. I hope that you guys are doing well, and we're going to be taking a look at what is happening across the Caribbean. So for some areas, there could be some substantial rainfall today, and for some of us it still remains quite cool and windy, and seas are still a bit rough across some areas. So we'll be talking about all that is happening and when that next storm system, that next front, is likely to make its way into the Caribbean. So let's get straight into it. We're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. We can see that there's some activity out there in the Atlantic, but our focus is the vicinity of the Caribbean. And for parts of northern South America, there are some thunderstorms popping up, some spots in Colombia as well as Venezuela. We can see those white dots, which indicates lightning strikes. Let's zoom closer into the Caribbean region, and here we can see it. So lots of clouds moving through, these low-level clouds, and sometimes they're packed with a lot of moisture, and that has the potential to increase the rainfall substantially across some areas. So we're seeing that across portions of the Western Caribbean, and of course we'll be looking at the rainfall forecast for today. Also some showers to the east of the ABC Islands, and those may bring an increase in rainfall activity as well, especially for Bonaire and maybe Curacao. And as we look toward the southeastern islands, also seeing that there is some activity within the area, so likely some more showers as we head through today. On a whole, though, there isn't any major system impacting the region at this time. Let's go on to the rainfall forecast from Euro, and here we can see it. So as the map becomes more colorful, that is indicating more rainfall activity. So we're seeing that for northern South America, parts of Colombia, Venezuela, and going toward the Guyanas, there could be some substantial rainfall today. Some areas may receive some heavy downpours, but it may not be too widespread. As I said earlier, for the ABC Islands, there is some activity to the east moving toward the west, so that may result in some showers. Similar story for Trinidad, Tobago, as well as portions of the Grenadines, even for Grenada and potentially Barbados as well. The rest of the Lesser Antilles may not experience much rainfall, but there may be some passing showers. And it is a similar thing for the Virgin Islands as well as Puerto Rico for some areas, so there could be some decent downpours. Going toward Hispaniola, it's getting more colorful for parts of Haiti as well as the Dominican Republic. So the winds are mostly coming out of the northeast, so with that they're likely bringing all that moisture in, so those northern areas would likely experience some decent showers as we head through today. And it is a similar story for parts of Jamaica. We're seeing some of these more vibrant shadings. Haven't seen this in some time, so let's see if there is going to be some decent rainfall across some of the north and eastern parishes. And in the case of a lot of heavy rainfall, especially very quickly, there can be some flooding. Maybe not anything too major, but that is going to be a potential if there's going to be a lot of heavy rain. And then as we head toward San Andres and Providencia, also seen where it's very colorful within the area, so there could be some decent rainfall. And going toward the Caribbean coast of Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and even toward Panama. As we look towards Belize and the Keys as well, we're also seeing that it's a bit more colorful there. So some of those areas may experience some decent rainfall activity as we head through today. For the Cayman Islands, some showers may move through. Same story for Cuba, the Bahamas, and Turks and Caicos Islands, and even some parts of Florida. So that is what is expected through today, guys, in terms of the rainfall. And as we head on to the wind forecast, we're still seeing all these shades of purples and these blues as we've been seeing for the last couple of days. And those stronger winds up to around 20-25 knots, still expected across parts of Florida, much of the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands, Cuba, going toward the Cayman Islands, some parts of Jamaica, the southwestern Caribbean, near San Andres and Providencia. And going toward the ABC Islands as well, winds are going to be kicking up, but across Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and through much of the Lesser Antilles, not seeing that it is colorful there. So those areas will be a bit more tranquil, and with these stronger winds in the northwestern Caribbean, seas are up to 9 feet, so that's the maximum there. But things are going to be calming down as we head into the next couple of days. Now, it is still quite cool for some of us, so these winds, as I said, they're coming from the northeast. They're bringing the cooler temperatures, and that is still seen right now on the anomaly map. This is from GFS, and where we see these darker blue shadings, that is representative of cooler temperatures. The darker the blue, the cooler the temperature is than normal. So we're focusing on the Caribbean and surrounding areas. We can see that for southern Mexico going toward Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, those pretty dark blue shadings. So still quite cool across much of these areas, even headed toward the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos Islands, parts of Hispaniola, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, and even for Puerto Rico and some spots across the Lesser Antilles. Temperatures are quite cool, so not anything too dramatic, but we can definitely tell that it's cooler than average, and things are going to be warming up slowly though as we head into the next couple of days. However, that next storm system is expected as we head into Christmas early next week, and as we head toward the 28th of the month, going toward next Thursday, this is what Euro is forecasting. So we can see the storm system and the associated front making its way into the Caribbean. So these green shadings, they represent all of that moisture. We can see that stretching through parts of the Northwest Bahamas, Cuba, the Cayman Islands, and towards Central America. And then as we head out, going toward Friday the 29th of the month, you can see that narrow stretch of moisture still in the Caribbean. So Euro is not showing anything too significant making its way through. Similar story with GFS. This is into Monday, late Monday, and we can see all that moisture across parts of the eastern U.S. and the associated front, but not seeing much associated with it. This is as we head all the way to Thursday the 28th, and yeah, maybe some leftover moisture in the Caribbean, but not seeing where anything much is happening at that time or expected. But of course, I'll be keeping you guys posted because these are models, and at the end of the day, there are bound to be some changes with what is expected. But GFS is showing a much stronger system moving through in the first week of the new year. But I'll be keeping you guys posted on all that is happening as per usual. So that is pretty much it for this update. So I hope you found this video to be quite informative. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll respond to you when I can. And remember to always be weatherwise.